advocate with a voice so clear, lifting up kids, chasing away the fear. Got her facts straight like a newsroom star, helping hearts heal from near and far. Oh, she's momming it up in style, every step, every mile. With a heart that's fierce, she lights the night, fighting for love like a warrior so bright. In the counselor's chair, she's got your back, advice so smooth, never gonna lack. Dr. Phil vibes, but 10 times more open, hope that at heart she's the one they adore. Seeing the good, she'll find the gold, even in stories that were once so cold. Eyes like a hawk, she's on the prowl, for every single truth she'll walk that mile. Oh, she's momming it up in style, every step, every mile. With a heart that's fierce, she lights the night, fighting for love like a warrior so bright. And the warrior so bright. Oh, she's momming it up in style, every step, every mile. With a heart that's fierce, she lights the night, fighting for love like a warrior so bright. In the counselor's chair, she's got your...
Woke up before the dawn, she's got her armor on, fighting for those who can't, champion with a loving chant. Sharp and couth, unlocks doors with every word, and justice never goes unheard. Oh, she's momming it up with a heart so tough, advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild. Canceling and every call, patching up before the fall. She sees the good in every face, spreads hope all over the place. Like Dr. Phil with a softer touch, opinions firm but love so much. Her guidance is a shining star, lifting lives both near and far. Oh, she's momming it up with a heart so tough, advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild. With a heart so tough, advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild. Makes the world a little more wild. Makes the world a little more wild.
Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by, Momming It Up. I have a lot of hours to make up on YouTube on this channel because I have not realized that I hadn't been streaming here when I was simultaneously streaming. And there's a lot of things going on that I've been watching, and I know a lot of others have been watching or discussing, especially the ostriches and what's going on in Canada. So I wanted to get into that and talk to you guys about it, then talk about the Tylenol rebellion that's going on and all this different stuff in the trauma world, how so many people are saying that this new genre that people seem to be creating isn't as entertaining as other people may think it is. So we were going to do a lot of discussions tonight. But to start out, we're going to be looking at the ostrich situation. It's a heartbreaking situation. They're going to be culling 400 ostriches. 400. It's just unbelievable. Welcome in, everybody. Let me know how you're doing in chat. If you want to support the channel, we have memberships now, and I do have the Cash App and the Venmo.
At our special website called SaveTheOstriches.com, that Edgewood, British Columbia farmers have been fighting tooth and nail to protect their healthy flock of nearly 400 ostriches from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency's senseless and inhumane cull order. Even though their birds are not poultry, even though the birds are not sick, and even though their birds are not being used for human consumption, but instead for groundbreaking research with their antibody-rich eggs to fight things like COVID. And now, since they're recovered, it could be the avian flu. But that conflicts with Big Pharma. And unfortunately, I have received a very credible, very concerning tip. And to protect the sources, I'm not going to give you all of the information. But in short, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, according to this intel, is planning to have whoever they've hired to ascend on the farm this Saturday and execute the cull by Monday. Right now, I'm going to throw to Katie Pisitny, the adult daughter of one of the farm's co-owners, as well as the spokesperson for the farm. She's going to let you know what their
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So this is just going to be giving us a little background. Today, they're actually being culled right now. That's what you see in the live in the other two windows. But this is just giving us a little background on how we got to this place.
We're asking from the public who care about this fight for freedom of food, freedom of farming, property rights, scientific freedom, the right to have a good trade deal from our so-called elbows up government, considering the U.S. health officials have been asking Canada not to do this cull and instead partner on the research. Here she is, and I'll give you some more important details after you hear from her.
But we have very good information from a very credible source, our beautiful Drea Humphrey, that this mass slaughter and kill of life, of heartbeats and the pitter patter on the ground and the booming in our fields, there's going to be a bloodshed on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. If you've been saving money, if you've been waiting for that opportune time to come to the farm and you didn't know when that was going to be, because this has been 9 long months and we've asked for you to come multiple times, but we've snuck through with the win and we've had an emergency stay order, and by God's graces and all your prayers and all your love, we've got one. We're at the end of the line. This is the end of the line, and this is where we stand up. This is where we rise up. Stand up means come and stand with us in peace and solidarity and unity at 301 Langille Road, Langille Road, Edgewood, British Columbia. We need you now. We don't need you tomorrow. Well, we need you tomorrow too, but we need you today. So if you want to get in your car, you want to pack up your stuff, and you want to come and you want to be part of Ground Zero for Change in Canada, standing up for right from wrong, from what is going to protect our agricultural sector and our farmers and our food security in a broken policy where no government officials are listening to us, with pure scientific evidence, all of the reconsideration materials that we've submitted to Canadian Food Inspection Agency, begging them to look at the 247 days healthy animals. We are asking you today, you need to come to our farm and you need to stand with us. Peace, love, bring signs, make a message. Have the world watch what's going to happen at Universal Ostrich Farms. There is a better way than stamping out. Stamping out is eradicating lives. It is killing our survivors, putting our biodiversity and our genetic diversity at risk. We are losing our animals. We are losing our livelihoods. We are losing our farms. We're losing our property rights. We are losing our rights to test our animals without 6 months of jail time threat for each animal. Please, 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 I'm calling on you to come to the farm today.
So that was Katie. You heard her. And I just want to let you know, again, I'm not going to give all of the information, but do you remember during lockdowns and when the truckers and peaceful protesters went to Ottawa and the government, I don't know how much money they were throwing at them, could not find tow trucks to come and get rid of those peaceful truckers. The same thing is happening in Alberta too with the overreach when it comes to the gun ban. There is no private company that wants to be part of such overreach. And that's why it's so important that I am following up on the tip. But allegedly, the company that has been contracted to do the vans, to be part of this execution of the flock is Clearwater Car and Truck Rentals. I'm reaching out to them right now, and I will give you any update if they have any statement to say. And so I'm telling you that, of course, not to harass them, but to appeal to humanity. And you can do that as well as reach out to the other officials who are at play here by going to our one-click email campaign at savetheostriches.com. I've already filled out a respectful email. If you want to say what you want to say, you can change it there. But again, keep it lawful, keep it respectful, and appeal to what is right and wrong in this situation. And if there's any updates, of course, I will put that there. The second very important thing is I'm out here. I'm supposed to be going to the Rebel News 10-year birthday bash. Yay! And I'm supposed to be speaking at the We Unify conference, a very large freedom-orientated conference. I was supposed to be speaking at that the whole weekend. I was talking to my coworker, Sid Fitzard, who did the stakeout at the Coots border during lockdowns. And he said, Drea, they probably picked this weekend because you announced you would be away. Well, not on my watch. So I am going to shuffle things around. I have to cancel the flight now. I have to figure out how.
Well, this is happening because they failed. One of the birds failed for a what's it called? The swab for the flu, and they never did any further testing. It's been 9 months and they're still going through with the cull orders. It's been really horrendous, really horrendous. Trying to get to this part here where she talks a little bit more about what they've been hoping for today. This is just a little bit ago because this is live now.
So we're just asking for all these animals to be tested, and here we are at risk of getting arrested to be taken off our own property, and our whole own property, our private property, being taken over. And no farmer, no Canadian should ever have to go through this. So we don't know what's going to happen in the next 24 hours. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency has said that the cull will take place within the next couple of days. They have to set up. But in the meantime, that we're losing our property rights, the rights to protect the animals that our family has raised for 35 years. We are not poultry. We are not a commercial poultry industry, and we are not food consumption. We are research that can help animal and human welfare. Watching my mom today fall to her knees multiple times, thinking she's going to lose everything, has been probably one of the hardest days of my life, and mine too, because you just don't understand. It's hard to understand how did we get here? 9 months later, 250 days healthy. How did we get here? How did we get here? I mean, this is a lot of life that's going to be lost and thrown in the dumpster if we don't stand up as Canadians. So I think we have a lot of hope still. There's miracles happen every day, and we're praying for a miracle.
technical difficulties. One moment. Welcome, Shadow. Hi, NM. How are you?
Jim.
Woke up before the dawn. She's got her armor on, fighting for those who can't. Champion with a loving chant. Investigate the hidden truth with a pen sharp and couth. Unlocks doors with every word, and justice never goes unheard. Oh, she's momming it up with a heart so tough. Canceling in every call, patching up before the fall. She sees the good in every face, spreads hope all over the place. Her guidance is a shooting star, lifting lost, near and far. Oh, she's momming it up with a heart so tough. Advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild. Woke up before the dawn. She's got her armor on, champion with a loving chant. Investigate the hidden truth with a pen sharp and couth. Unlocks doors with every word, and justice never goes unheard. Oh, she's momming it up with a heart so tough. Advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild. She's momming it up with a heart so tough. Advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild. Makes the world a little more wild. She's got her armor on, fighting for those who can't. Champion with a loving chant. Justice never goes unheard. Oh, she's Mommin with a heart so tough. Advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild. Answering in every call, catching up before the fall. She sees the good in every face, spreads hope all over the place. Like Dr. Phil with a softer touch, opinions from below so much. Her guidance is a shining star, lifting lives both near and far. Oh, she's Mommin with a heart so tough. Advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild. With a heart so tough, advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild. Makes the world a little more wild. Makes the world a little more wild. Woke up before the dawn, she's got her armor on, fighting for those who can't, champion with a loving chant.
So here's the website I just posted in the comments, and it was just on the screen. And you can get a lot of updates and background on Save the Ostriches.
All right, so right there you can see there are a bunch of trucks.
Makes the world a little more wild. Canceling in every call, catching up before the fall. She sees the good in every face, spreads hope all over the place. Like Dr. Phil with a softer touch, opinions from below so much. Her guidance is a shining star, lifting lives both near and far.
Fucked up. Are you moral?
With a heart so tough, advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild.
Fucked up. Fucked up. Are you moral? Hey, Paul! I thought you were the one that was in
Are you from?
Paul!
Daddy, what
Paul!
did you do today, Daddy? Don't you
Paul!
have a baby coming? Daddy,
You were the one that was arrested, right? Paul!
Daddy, let your baby cry. Daddy, Daddy, what did you do today, Daddy?
Someone is saying that the local cop should have been the one to arrest them after everything that was investigated.
Sorry, but that type of, there needs to be people that control, because some of these agitators and the protesters, even if their heart's in the right place, they delegitimize the sincere severity of why this is such an atrocity when you really look into it. And it is nonsensical that they're culling these animals, and you keep desperately looking and looking and looking. You're like, you're gonna find something that makes sense for why this is happening after 9 months of them none of them getting sick, and you just can't find it, right? You just keep looking and you're just shocked and perplexed. But then when you turn on the internet, or you're going to look into what's happening, and those are the people that you hear and you see, unfortunately, right, it makes us less likely to believe that this is really this nuts. This is really an outrageous atrocity happening right now. And you may just kind of tune out, because it's just how it is, right? Like psychologically speaking. So while their heart might be in the right place, I feel like that type of protesting does not do any good. What really could actually make an impact is everyone taking turns and trying to talk sincerely to the officers, because I understand that, like they said, just doing your job is a really fine line when it's something like this, and it really makes no sense. But they're not gonna get a response like that. So that's just my 2 cents on. It annoys me, even though I can understand it. Just to me, it's like the worst thing you can do if you're trying to actually communicate and have an effective change and open discourse, right, on something, is to be screaming and going on like that.
Right in the center. They don't feel it should have been the other officer.
More police coming.
Where are your sleeves?
You better keep going. Hero going to zero. And Paul, you live here.
So the other farmer,
Has a baby on the way. Paul has a baby on the way.
the other farmer, Dave Gillespie, is actually out of the pen. He just told us that he was basically told because he's at the truck, he's allowed to come out without being arrested. But I have a feeling he'll be arrested pretty soon too. I don't think there's so we should be keeping an eye on him. Keep filming. I'm gonna.
Okay, you find out what's going on. I'm going to stay up here.
You guys are all fucking liars.
So the local cop is walking away after being berated by the locals.
Bring in some fucking women. Oh, hero.
We're gonna be the ones raising your kids.
Everybody fucking guns these days.
Here, guys. I'm fully
Some courage.
You will gain back the respect you have in our country.
Nice to
lost your way.
We feeling.
Is trying to talk to the police about what just happened. Katie, what happened, Dave?
It's unbelievable. They arrested 2 of the owners, I think, an hour ago. I'm trying to get the update on it, but that's what they're discussing here, is they actually arrested 2 of the owners.
Fucked up. Are you more?
Oh, yes. Sorry, it's your lawyer. Yeah. Happening
We're hearing
fast.
what people are saying. It doesn't 100% mean it is what's happened. But I did speak to another man up the road, and he said he heard from Karen. Oh, Dave's having a hard time. Oh, you guys have been through so much.
I saw them being put.
What's that?
I saw them being put.
You saw which?
Yeah, I did.
A video of them being arrested?
Not a video of still photos. Yeah, I don't know if you'd be able to.
Oh, and they've got the masks on now for what the cameras to make it look like. Oh my gosh. The CFIA was already here yesterday without any PPE on. So
Right.
what's this charade?
So it's really far away, eh?
That's okay.
But anyway, I saw it. Right?
Wait, no, I see the
So-
footage.
Do you know
Have
anything?
you had a phone call from them?
There's that lady with the black.
On the phone. We might learn something.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so what's just happened here? I came out with the truck so we could roll off stuff on the food, computers and stuff, and I drove out, so I wasn't arrested. Karen and Katie were planning to be arrested in front of the bar over here. I know that was the situation.
I can't help the volume. It's the volume on the stream.
I should.
Oh, yes. Sorry, it's your lawyer. Yeah, yikes. Can you check your text messages, please?
Buddying up to the top. Oh, yeah, the top.
No.
Woke up before the dawn. She's got her armor on, fighting for those who can't. Champion with a loving chant. Investigate the hidden truth with a pen sharp and couth. Unlocks doors with every word, and justice never goes unheard. Oh, she's momming it up with a heart so tough. Advocate for every child, makes the world a little more wild.
Staying in the ostrich. Breaking news, 2 people from the Universal Ostrich Farm have now been taken into custody by the RCMP. Farm co-owners Katie Pasitny and Karen Esperson could be seen being put into a police vehicle. They had been staying in the ostrich paddock, feeding and caring for the animals, while police set up a cordon around the farm. The farm's other partner, Dave Bielinski, left voluntarily, calling it a very tough day.
The reason that I come out this way, rather than get arrested in there, is we needed a lot of stuff out of our trailer. We needed to get this vehicle out. So the only way is if I come out peacefully was that I got the truck out and all the stuff out of our trailer, computers and stuff.
Katie and Karen, what do we know?
We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Tough day.
It's a very tough day.
Personnel from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency are expected to begin euthanizing the animals soon.
This is so unbelievable to me. Like, it's really, really upsetting because I can't find a reason for it, right? Like, I can't find anything scientific, anybody talking about, it just doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. Let's see if we can get a look at one more thing, and then I will just leave the live streams going and come back in a little bit and go to a different topic, and then just wait for more updates on this. But we can be watching the lives at the farm.
Buddying up to the top. Oh, yeah, the top.
So this was like an hour ago.
No.
Buddying up to the top. Oh, yeah, the top.
No.
Not sure why it keeps maybe because a lot of people are watching it. I don't know why it keeps buffering. What do you guys think about this? Have you heard about it? I think that was a genius move for the women to decide not to leave and for him to leave, But they didn't do anything dangerous. They just were not leaving. And they had a letter from the person in charge this morning saying that they needed to stay there and care for the animals up to the time of their culling, because it's inhumane for them to not be fed and to be upset. And then a whistleblower leaker type of situation occurred where it came out that they were going to use feed and poison them. So they're going to eat poison, allegedly, and that's how they're going to be laid down.
And to his sister.
Even though they're not chickens, and it doesn't make any rational sense to put them down when they don't have this flu and they're not going to be food.
I don't know.
But if you look into the pharma side of it, it has a lot of interesting things that go on to the fact that they seem to have one heck of a immunity that maybe people didn't want out in the world, potentially.
The hay?
Yeah.
Did it officially? Maybe
No, I know. I have some.
Oh, Bernadette, this is a horrible. It's so sad. The more I look into it, the more upsetting it is. It's shocking, really, to me. Absolutely shocking. Because you may not agree with the other side of an argument, right? Or somebody else's rationale, but at least if you know what it is, right, then you can, in a sense, justify it. But without knowing what it is, I mean, it doesn't make any sense because they've been living for 9 months and they didn't do any other testing, right? So they only did the initial test and then they didn't test the other birds. They didn't even come back for the flu test. They only did the first PCR test on the original bird. I heard this morning one of the gentleman owner talking to another farmer about it. And if they did do their own testing, they were facing a $200,000 fine per bird and jail time. I'm like, allegedly, but this is what I heard them say. So I just can't understand. Like, this is unbelievable. I mean, and then they couldn't sell any of the eggs. They couldn't put ownership to an American or an Australian. I was looking into, well, why aren't these people just taking the ostriches over here? Or and it's like, oh, because there's court orders that they are not allowed. It's unbelievable.
A college of veterinarians, and no one's returned my call in 24 hours for a down bird with a possible broken leg. Unconscionable.
We've got.
Do you want to follow?
Okay, I'm coming. So they're going to book them in and let them come back out. So both Katie Pisitny and her mother Karen Escalating have been charged.
Thank you, Bernadette. So the PCR test was used on the 2 young ones that had passed away. The rest never were sick and have been healthy for over 200 days. Oh, and Dr. Oz and Musk want their eggs for research. That makes a lot of sense to me. I don't understand the buffering.
Same.
I think they're being staged further down.
Yeah, we'll look. But what stands out to me is it seems, I remember the other companies that backed out were doing so directly with the CFIA. Now we're seeing a third company.
Right, a pass-through. Yeah.
So the CFIA is getting more savvy, I suppose, on who they're contracting and how they're contracting with. And they're hiding things behind forest with police guarding it. But still, the supporters are finding it and taking action. Quite fascinating to see unfold. Thank you. It's not the best. Oh, you got some?
Yeah, I
It's
don't
not
know if
that
anybody
not the
can
best
see that.
footage. So this is supposed to be footage if you guys can see it. And the hazmat, that is bugging me so much with the hazmat stuff.
It's the medical.
The hazmat suit is unbelievable. Guys, you'll see, we could look later on into, previous video of the live streamers and things. And you'll see that nobody was wearing a mask. They were standing next to the ostriches. They were touching the ostriches pretty much, right? And not literally, but they started to today because I guess they weren't supposed to even be touched, right? But because what's the sense? They're going to be cold, might as well. But it was unbelievable. And now you're coming in full gear, full PPE. I mean, they weren't in any of this, any of it earlier today.
Theater of COVID all over again.
There were CFIA officers here yesterday. No mask, no nothing. They went right past the yellow caution tape.
Yeah.
So the birds didn't really give them a hard time, eh?
Very dangerous.
I think they actually dropped something on the ground before that,
so they could
so
eat
that
it.
they could eat it.
Hopefully not poison. No, it wouldn't.
I think it might
put them to sleep or something.
They seem pretty frisky.
Most of the day, yeah, since about.
Well, there you have it, guys.
I don't know. I mean, it does seem like really, would they really put something into the food for them to succumb? But at the same time, I mean, they didn't know what they were doing or what the plan was because they had never had any ability to do that on ostriches because they didn't fall under their category of chickens and poultry and things. So it's just unbelievable to me that they don't even know how they're planning on culling their animals. And like he was saying earlier, 2 of their ostriches came from Australia in, I think it was like 1993. There's some that are in their 30s. I mean, it's just, these are not food whatsoever, you know? Just really sad.
All to get the farmers away from their herd. Heartbreaking.
I heard.
What bothers me the most is how they don't want anybody to see the way that they're being culled. And what it seems like they talked about a burial ground earlier when one of the officers was speaking to the owner about this part of the property was going to be used as their burial ground. And that is what it, makes me unsettled with it, right? Is that if they're peaceful and they're not bothering anybody and they're just spending every moment they can to try to keep them calm, because they could be quite dangerous, obviously, and fed. So why are they being arrested? If, what do they not want to see? So that's why I was enjoying this live stream. They have the live stream going on the farm. And then they have Rebel News has gone in the helicopter and they flew over. And so you can get an over the top view. And then also, as long as this feed is up, the live stream from the actual farm right now, it's still just a bunch of ostriches running around. But it's still going, and I'll be putting it back shortly.
It's really important because yesterday.
Sorry.
So do you think those are officers then that put
I'm trying to see
that put the hazmat on? Because they're leaning on the fence, they're sticking their hands in the fence all day, and then all of a sudden to make the arrest, they're covered in garbage bags.
Yeah, I think that might be officers in the hazmat suits that set them up. Yeah.
You're set up with a tripod back there. He's got film of the arrest.
That's all I can do.
It's like, oh my goodness,
it's blurry.
It's okay.
I might have saw you guys hunker down and thought, who is that? Okay, well, if you want to share, we'll talk about your company.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Do you have photos or videos?
I have some videos
right there.
I'm surprised that nobody snuck a couple of them out, in the middle of the night. Just, oh, there was 400 and now there's only 380. But they're so big, I guess that would pretty much be very difficult to do, right? They're so tall.
Right? Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about what you saw right now.
Just people kept coming and going. But yeah, there they are.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jim Kerr said he had the drone footage.
So, yes,
nobody knows that they're allowed to come out there and be peaceful supporters. It's not being given in the media. It's nothing anywhere.
We've covered it many times.
Yeah, we said.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, I've been searching for it all morning.
But and
they're
there's
allowed.
Karen.
I interviewed the cops
right.
two different cops. Come on over this way, Sheila. They got a really good shot of it. They're gonna let us show people in a bit once he gets it off his camera. But tell us what you saw, what it looked like happened.
Yeah, well,
And say your company.
It's Rod Giffen Photography. Yeah. So we were set up on the highway out there with a 200mm lens and a 600mm lens, and we're just watching, just taking pictures, just showing people where the police cars were, and then we see some vehicles driving over that way. So we started paying attention to them. People in hazmat suits got out, and I'm thinking that's kind of hypocritical.
Right, it's ridiculous.
So, and then we also saw, it was either Katie or her mother out there with a truck with food for the ostriches. And then the next thing we saw was them putting one of them, I couldn't tell who it was, in the back of the van. And then a little while later, they were all in hazmat suits. They were talking to, and it was either Katie or her mother that they took later on, put her in the back of the same van. And then once they got her in, they immediately drove up, and there's a back road over here that I didn't know about, which I had a little bit of advantage to, but it was really hard trying to get pictures of that. But I got a couple of clips, and then I got a picture of them heading up past the junction towards the cusp.
Wow, thank you. What was going through your mind? You guys came out to document this, but also to support, right? And to support, absolutely, and to speak out against what the government's doing. Yeah.
It's just tyrannical. It's wrong.
It's a lot.
It's hypocritical. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
All right, and you're a local photographer, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And one more time, because you're going to let us use your footage, so thank you for that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're welcome.
Say your company.
It's Rod Giffen Photography.
Thanks, Rod.
Thank you.
So I think we'll end for now.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll end for now. We know that they're. Well, actually, are they coming out? Is that what they're doing?
No, they said they took them to book them.
They're already gone.
On their way back? Yeah, they're gone. They're on their way back from the police station, I thought.
Are they on their way back already?
I thought so.
I don't think they're gone yet.
Yeah, her son, well, I could be wrong, but her son said we have to clear away. Okay.
Yeah.
Ideally, it's called their hay back to the trucks.
Yeah, we've
and
got that.
everything. Right. Nice.
We called the hay back.
Not over yet. But the farmers are still.
They're out. That's great.
I don't think there's a way out.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable. We got 1,500 people watching this right now. Right on.
All right, so I just spoke with one of Karen's other daughters, and she said there is another way out. They're already off the property, and they're gone. Supporters are celebrating the Idealise, Dawson Idealise. They're very happy. They're calling you heroes and adding to the list of heroes who are just simply saying no. We're going to stop the live stream for now, but we have something very exciting to come. So make sure you're still checking back.
Oh my gosh, they left?
And at the X and YouTube accounts.
The officers left? This was not long ago. So that they left?
No, I'll give you. Oh, bad.
Oh my gosh. What a miracle. For really? Oh, I feel like I'm going to cry. Okay, let's go back to the live stream then.
All right, so right there you can see there are a bunch of trucks.
Maybe that's the same company though that is saying that they don't want. They're saying that they don't want their hay. The farmers, as well as the company that owns the trucks, has reportedly pulled out They have already put a statement out saying that they want nothing to do with the call, and that the third party is what to do.
Oh my gosh. So they revoked their trucks from being used. And hey, I got to find this statement so I could read it.
So that is the hay. You're actually seeing them. Yeah. Yeah. And the blue part is fencing. That blue part is fencing. They have not pulled out yet. So right now we are witnessing them walk out. You guys are watching them right now. They're either going to drive to the farm or drive past. Based on the statement from the company, we believe they're going to drive right past the farm, as we reported before as well. There they are.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. So the officers didn't, but the regular citizens did. These are the things we have to remember, right? The power that the Lord gives us as people to do good.
They're going to go right by the farm, though, if our intel is correct. They have backed out of this mission. They are aborting the mission. So we'll see if that's true.
Well, I hope something happens, Bernadette, because this is
Whether or
awful.
not they abort this mission from the air.
And I, like many people, I'm not even a bird person, right? But it's not about the birds. It's the entire ordeal. We've already lived through one big, gigantic.
So are they going by the farm? So it appears what is happening right now, if correct, is that company and the farmer with the hay is taking themselves free passing the farm. Yeah, so let's see if that's what's unfold right now. No, it wasn't super safe. Super safe was not the case. Is it going to happen? Did they retreat or did they already find a replacement vehicle? See in the back, there is an officer behind them. So they're rolling out. And the guess is that they're going to use the hay bales to surround the ostriches, get them all into one area, and we believe shoot them. But hopefully these trucks and the farmer, as we've been told, instead are actually retreating and aborting the mission. Hopefully that is what's happening, but we're about to find out. They did make a statement. The truck company made a statement on their thing saying that I don't think they'll load it up in the truck that fast. It's not that easy to get under contract, Here they go.
Oh, exactly, Bernadette. Any time is better than no time, right? Each minute to hour, let alone a whole day or two. What are you doing? You're being silly.
All right, so like right now, that is not the case. They are coming in right now on the, not backing out, no matter what you hear. Here you go. So they're coming to the ditch. Yeah. I got a text from the farmers right now. Yeah. I just have to go. So you're filming still? I'm going to call the farm. Are you filming, Mona? Yeah, call the farm. So we can see them over there coming to the property. They're coming right in. I'm going to call Dave Valinsky right now and let him know. Dave, can you hear me? They are bringing the hay trucks onto the area of the property that they came from the highway, the back area. Yeah, the hay, they're coming behind just the same way where they got Katie and Karen. Yeah, there's at least 4 on their way. One has already started driving towards the back of the pen. I have just informed the farmers that contrary to what we thought was going to happen, it does appear that the hay is making its way to the farm. They are driving across grass right now. Sheila's getting a closer view, but I'm going to flip the camera back so you can see it again. Yeah, they spent a time on it. Ostriches are running as the trucks are entering. This is madness. It's probably causing hysteria, and they probably think the trucks are a predator. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to catch you there. Right, so we're gonna go take a look at that. They're still crossing over. Over the apparently I can't zoom in on the way that we are streaming, but you can see right around there the trucks making their way in. I'm trying to line my finger up. It's up there. So you've got 4 coming in, one after another. Right there. That's the hay bale. Yeah, great back to back. I'm sure the ostriches on the ground. They're just awfully close, but you never know, they might walk in soon. No. There they are. They're exiting right now to the herd directly. And remember, the CFIA has taken jurisdiction of that part of the farm. There is no access, and they arrested 2 of the farmers earlier to get them out of that space. At this point, the first hay truck is almost at the herd. That's the fencing that you go over here. Those are that's fencing. I saw that at the front. They look like flat layers. No. All right, so the blue, it looks like I was there earlier. That you see is the fencing from a company called Super Stay Group. I believe that's the truck that they're on. Well, it appears that the cull is moving forward. Sadly, they cleared out 2 of the farmers to get them away from the animals. They tricked them by telling them that they could go feed the birds. And then when they fed the birds, a bunch of people in hazmat suits, who the farmers believed were CFIA, arrested them. So that must have been the RCMP. And the CFIA hasn't been wearing hazmat suits. They're killing these birds, and they've been there at the farm.
I think it's the live that it fades in and out. It should come back in a second. Let's see what's going on here. Still not. Let's see. I know they were having some problems with the Starlink, so there's probably sometimes that it just goes out.
Sheila, what did you want to say about, we heard that they were backing out, but it looked like that wasn't true, and the Cull is now closer than ever before.
I can't believe the expense that the CFIA, sorry, that's real close to my face, the expense that the CFIA is spending on killing these ostriches. I'm a hay farmer, so to see 4 fully loaded tractor trailers of hay come in for these ostriches, I mean, I'm glad they're feeding the ostriches, but the farmers were happy to do it themselves. I guess we wait. We saw a lot of progress on, not progress is the wrong word. We saw a lot of things happening on the farm today. We saw 2 of the farmers arrested, Katie and her mother Karen, and now we were able to catch the hay trucks coming in. Now, I don't know, Drea, if this is the same company, but it appears as though they were able to stage 4 tractor trailers full of hay in short order. So you can see, I'm in the back. I'm gonna look around so you guys can see the hay trucks coming in. They're decking off the hay there. They brought their whole tractor. Yeah, it looks like a little John Deere. With some bale forks. And they're starting to unload 1 of 4 tractor trailers of hay for these ostriches. And as Drea showed you, they came in down the highway with a police escort from the police staging area and came in the back way through the ditch. show you a little bit closer, but we have to fly a certain distance away from the ostriches so that the ostriches aren't frightened, because even the police drones can cause them to become so scared and agitated that they will run into the fence and hurt themselves. So we are flying at a safe distance. We checked with the farmers to make sure that they knew that we were up in the air. And we had the police call and check in on us while we were in the air. We're lining it up. Looks like they may intend to sort of line them all up with that back end.
There is a big police operation right happening over here, just minutes away from the farm. We were down there live streaming earlier, and we were not allowed over there at all. They put up caution tape once supporters had found them. This is where they've been all set up, hiding the hay and everything like that. There is an orange truck. Now that is a supporter's truck. I'm aware of that. So a supporter has come out to, I suppose, try and plead with the remaining trucks there to abort their mission. So
The whole thing is just such an atrocity. It's awful. It's really awful. I can't believe it.
Could be a highway truck, but it looks a lot like one of the supporters' trucks. Who knows where they were earlier when we were out there live streaming. There you see the hay is still being unloaded. This is an extremely sad time for Canadians, our farmers, something so essential to the wellness of society, and to have policy be used as an excuse to wipe out the livelihood of farmers, to wipe out everything that they've been working for on the research, to wipe out opportunity to find alternatives to mRNA vaccines for avian flu, to wipe out the precedent. This is setting a precedent for going outside of poultry, and for using large. These animals are hundreds of pounds. They are not poultry. They are not being used for human consumption. Yet a food agency, Canada's food agency, has a warrant, has half of their property, has arrested the farmers, and is preparing to cull hundreds of healthy animals on the taxpayers' dime. This is injustice.
Oh, it is. This is beyond. And you're so welcome, the fire sticks. This is really sad. I think everybody's just praying for some sort of miracle, because when you really dive into it, it is not good. It's so much bigger than just ostriches, obviously. I'm sure you're well aware. Oh my gosh, Bernadette. I feel like PTSD from back in the 2020s. Any minute, they're going to start restricting us from saying these keywords
We're going to
again.
head back over to see if there's any other vehicles that have been deployed. And then we'll head back to have a look at how they're going to set up the hay around that area. How small of a zone is it going to be? Because remember, these birds are easily scared. They get scared very easily. And they run very fast, 50 to 70 miles per hour. So it's going to be quite the sight. One thing I forgot to fully explain to you guys is as we were in the air, the pilot received a call from the RCMP. I got distracted with the trucks, warning them about a police operation going on right now. The pilot was already being responsible. We had already looked into what was the proper flight area, not just to fly, but also to not scare the birds. Something the RCMP didn't do when they flew their drones, caused hysteria of the flock, and currently one remains injured and unable to walk after running into the fence at full speed. The terror on the site must be something else. Appears to be a whole sort of command station that's just been, like I said, just 3 minutes down the road from the farm, really, when you're driving. Now, it's too early to tell at this moment whether that company wavered and the farmer said, okay, let's go ahead and keep it, or if the CFIA is just saying a deal is a deal. We're right by the farm. We're going to go drop off the hay anyways. You sold it to us. We don't know. I'll get to the bottom of that. The report was that they said, no, they don't want to be a part, but it was just around the corner this whole time. There's the farm right there again. Lining up the hay. They seem to be lining up the hay in a vertical line in the back pen. guys, let us know if the quality is terrible in this. We are dealing with bad reception areas and we're in a helicopter, so bear with us. So now they're loading. They're unloading the second truck now. Rhea right now is getting in contact with the lawyer from the Sky to see if we can get an update about the state of the stay of execution for these birds while we continue to monitor the unloading of the hay bales.
Because that's already one truck and more, right?
Like 1.5, yeah.
blocking the road. And then there are police cars there. And there. they trying to obscure the public's view of what's about to happen behind the hay, or are they just lining it up for the sake of feeding the ostriches in their final hours? I mean, I guess it depends what they're planning to do. There's some speculation that they're going to use it to block the public's view or to pen the ostriches up, but I can't see them making a pen with the 4 trucks of hay that they have. They just don't have enough to make them for it. on the other side. So now there's the truck making its way into the pen with the ostriches. You can see the ostriches are the little black marks there. And that John Deere is loading the hay out. Have an empty truck getting police escort off of the property. 2 empty trucks, actually. And Trey just pointed out on her live stream, and I just want to point it out to those people who are watching live. All of what's happening with these trucks and the hay is happening out of the view of the farmer, out of the view of the protesters, because the CFIA and the RCMP have control of the farm. If you look at what I'm showing you, there's a road down in the front. The protest camp is on one side of the road, and the ostriches are on the other. It's quite literally a road that divides the two. And the RCMP and the Canadian Food Inspection Agency have control of the property that has the birds. So everything that you're seeing, all the trucks moving in, all the police escorting trucks in and out, and trucks being loaded out, this is not seen by anybody else. We are only able to see it from the sky. And so we can show you that they're unloading trucks of hay inside the ostrich pen now. And so they have 1.5 trucks left to unload. We are on our last pass in the sky because our helicopter, our flight fuel is running out. So this is everything that we can show you right now. I'm really grateful that we were able to, because this cannot be seen as any other way. See those little black dots? Those are all birds. All birds, all birds. It could be that they have more hay. Could be. Yeah. No, Drea, look. They're making a short pen. Yeah, I saw that, yeah. So they appear to be making a short fence with the hay there. So that was our last pass with